This is Hollywood. It's not real. 안녕하세요. My name is Joseph Farnsworth. We're in Seoul, Korea at Myeongdong Hwangwa Cafe, where I have my three favorite things: watermelon juice, coffee, and best croissants ever. And this is how I start my day. And when you have these three things, you are guaranteed time to swing.
Not quite my tempo. Here we go. 5, 6, and.
This video is already making me sweat. It's making me nervous.
You're rushing. Here we go. Ready? Okay. 5, 6, and.
I think this teacher needs some watermelon juice. So, relax. Oops.
Do you think he was actually like rushing or dragging?
It didn't matter to me at all. I didn't even notice. That scene was very upsetting to me because that's not the way you teach music. The way you teach music is through love. And that was more ego. And ego has no place in this music. Like the greatest teachers I had, Pharoah Sanders, Cedar Walton, never said anything. It's just the way they played. And you had to adjust the way they played. They did it with their playing, not with their pointing and yelling. Never. They never said anything to me. Especially from a person that is not a Charlie Parker or Bud Powell is unacceptable. I would have walked out. It's not that important. Because I play music to be around good people and fellowship and love, yeah. So I don't even care if he was dragging or rushing.
Timing isn't that important.
There is no perfect timing. Joe Jones, Papa Joe Jones is perfect timing. But maybe on a metronome, he wasn't perfect with a metronome. But for the feel, the spirit, the party, Arthur Taylor, perfect time to me. But sometimes he rushed, sometimes he went back. But that's life. This world is full of rhythm. And sometimes you walk faster, sometimes you walk slower, sometimes you take a left, sometimes you take a right. You never know. Sometimes you talk faster, louder, slower. There is no perfect. Matter of fact, I was watching, before I went to bed last night, I was watching this Sonny Rollins interview talking about being a master. And even in his 90s, he still practices every day, only because he didn't master the saxophone. Now, if Sonny Rollins didn't master the saxophone, who is this person to say this is perfect timing? There's no such thing. This cafe has great croissants, man. Yeah, even better than Paris.
Really?
Okay.
Why do you suppose I just hurled a chair at you?
I don't know.
Sure you do.
The tempo?
Were you rushing or were you dragging?
Seven,
In 4, damn it! Look at me!
1, 2, 3, 4. 1.
See, this is Hollywood. It's not real. It's unfortunate that sometimes, you know, like this music, jazz music, needs more exposure, and sometimes the exposure it gets in Hollywood is not good exposure. Like the Charlie Parker movie. They focus it on the negative. And this is it's a good acting, great acting, but
Count me at 215.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4.
Jesus fucking Christ! I didn't know they allowed into shaper. Am I to understand that you cannot read tempo? Sight read measure 101. What are you, a a-cappella group?
this is so upsetting.
Now answer my question.
More watermelon juice.
Or were you dragging?
Here's the jazz musicians that are our fathers, the jazz musicians, because of their playing and their personality and the way they treated other people. Charlie Parker, Bud Powell, Barry Harris. Can you imagine Barry Harris talking like this? No, no way. He was just all about love. All band directors are players. What pushes you to the limit is your playing, not your words. It's the playing. I would have left a long time ago. Oh yeah, because that's not why I play music.
But that's just what the world wants now. People wonder why jazz is dying.
You know, all the great musicians I ever met in my life, I never heard them say that. Never. Well, I'm here right now, aren't we? In Seoul, Korea. Last night I went to Evans Club, and there was 30 young people taking pictures and having a celebration. And then before that, I did a record date with this piano player named Yan Kim. And it was his very first record date. And you should have seen the joy he had on his face. That certainly wasn't dying to me. That was life affirming.
So imagine if Jones had just said, well, that's okay, Charlie. That was all right. Good job. And Charlie thinks to himself, well, shit, I did do a pretty good job. End of story. No bird. There are no two words in the English language more harmful than good job.
Good job. You did a good job. It's harmful. Do you agree?
No. You know in your heart whether you did a good job or not. One of the first lessons Max Roach told me that Lester Young had once again told him is you got to learn how to listen. If you're really listening to music and listen to the records of the past, you know what you have to do. In your heart, you know the level. You know what you have to do. So if one of those guys says good job, that's great. Because most of the times they don't say anything. Now, if you play bad, they're not going to say good job. I don't know who says good job when you play bad. I mean, then you're just lying. And those guys don't lie. That's for sure, those guys don't lie, man. I mean, because we musicians, we tend to be our worst critics. Some of the greats say something good to you, they don't do that expecting anything. They do it freely. And that goes back to love. Because when your true love is free, you know? So yeah, if I play with Barry Harris and he said good job, I can retire.
You know, maybe you go too far and you discourage the next Charlie Parker from ever becoming Charlie Parker.
No, because the next Charlie Parker would never be discouraged.
Yeah.
If Joe Jones, whatever he did, if it was true or not, that didn't have any effect on Charlie Parker. Charlie Parker was already, I mean, that was a gift from God. There was nothing stopping Charlie Parker. I don't think that changed the way that Charlie Parker played. It had nothing to do with Charlie Parker. I mean, Charlie Parker, whatever happened, throwing the cymbal or not, Charlie Parker went through way worse than that. And he still was able to produce Charlie Parker with strings, Laura, come on.
Got Buddy Rich here.
Buddy Rich was a child prodigy. As a kid, he was on the road doing vaudeville shows, tap dancing, and playing the drums. So as a 4-year-old, he was kicking butt. And I met Buddy Rich once. Yeah, can you believe it? I was in 7th grade. I was a little kid, and we went to see him play. And all of a sudden, it's almost like a dream. Like, did that really happen? But there he was. I was me and Buddy Rich, and he had, seemed like 1,000 sticks in his hands. And I'm like, Buddy Rich, can I get a pair of sticks? And he's like, shut up, kid. I'm like, and I was like, yeah, Buddy Rich just told me to shut up. And I was thinking, if he gave me a pair of sticks, I would have used them and lost them, and it would have been, I would never know. But I got a shut up from Buddy Rich. That made me very happy. Buddy Rich is a tremendous, tremendous drummer, and a lot of young people, they think like he wasn't hip or he can't really swing or something like that. And they're very wrong, because if they had to deal with Buddy Rich, they would go toot toot. They would have a hard time dealing with Buddy Rich. I think on one of the records with Ella and Louis, when they sing together, Louis Armstrong and Ella Fitzgerald, oh man. Yeah. Yeah, if you have like a wooden stick that's like really woody, and it could give you like a blister or something. Not like that. That's extreme, but yeah, it has happened. Especially when you're younger and you don't have control of your hands. That's very Hollywood, but it can happen. Well, like this scene here, I'm thinking of him as if that was my son. I have 3 sons who's 19, David, Michael's 17, Christopher's 15. If they were practicing like that, I would just want to go in and give them a hug. Like, it's like, it's the wrong way. Swing. Yeah. The feel. Love. Like pure of heart. Everything's pure. The party. The making you feel good. Making the audience feel good. Making the world a better place. Communication with all different cultures around the world. And it's really a gift from God, you know. I believe it. I know so. It comes from, you know, Charlie Parker and Bud Powell and Sarah Vaughan, Lady Day, Lester Young, Coleman Hawkins. These are heroes, man. And it's such a gift to be a part of that family. Whether you're a jazz player or just a jazz lover, you're part of the family. And it gives you like a purpose in life. I'll leave it with this. They asked Kenny Clark, what was your hardest gig in your life? And his answer was pretty amazing. He said, finding my role in life. And what was his role in life? It was bringing people together with that ride cymbal. Can you believe that? That's the answer to my question. It's just pure love, man. And the people that play with pure love, Sonny Rollins, Bud Powell, time to swing. 감사합니다.